going to say, so you don't sell courses, but you do sell books.
Yeah.
Have you seen...
I also give them away for free.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, if you want a hard copy, you can pay for it. But yeah, they're for free on my podcast. I just give them away.
Oh.
Then how did you sell 2.9 million books in one day? Is that number?
Dude, it said 2.9 million books in 24 hours. Yeah. It's like the world record.
Is that
number 3.
inaccurate? How did you do that? Like, how did you drive that?
How did you do that? That's an insane stat.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Guinness record for nonfiction. So so these 3 books together were actually written at the same time. So I wrote them because a mentor of mine, when I was selling Gym Launch, was like, hey, you should crystallize all your knowledge now because like you'll forget the details. Mm-hmm. And so I just wrote this thing, and it was this massive tome, and I called it Lead Generation and Monetization Structures, which is like not the sexiest title. And I gave it to like a handful of my friends, and they're like, dude, it's a lot. And so I was like, there was one section that was like on making offers. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just peel this off, and and like I wasn't sure if I was going to publish it. I was like, maybe I'll just do it as like an internal manual for our own team. And then Layla was like, publish it. And I was like, all right. So I just put it up there, and I was like, hey, I wrote a book. And then it just continued to just keep selling more and more copies.
Can I ask how you think that happened? Was it a word of mouth?
Yeah, it was all word of mouth.
Okay, so
I had 10,000 followers on Instagram when I made it, and I didn't have anything on YouTube.
That's insane. So it must have been leading to results for people.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Have you seen firsthand people come up to you and be like, yo, I read your book,
every day
followed your model, and
every day.
Oh, really?
Multiple times a day.
How much money do you think, this is such a hard question, but how much money do you think you've helped people generate with your books?
Probably a few billion.
I was going to say, it's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool. That's cool, man. That's the difference, I think, maybe between... I mean, you're legit. You're a legit dude. Not that you need to hear it or be validated by me in any way, but like I don't know. I see these self-help gurus, and I always just wonder, like, maybe you have a couple success stories, but how many people are actually like when they sign up for the course, like making it?
Well, the courses that come with this are free.
Oh,
all my shit's free. Like, it's free. Now, how did I sell all these books? Right. So I had these 3 books. They were 1. I was like, okay, well, what am I going to call it? And so I had this idea. I was like, wouldn't it be sick if I could demonstrate the ideas of the book with each book? And so that became the whole meta concept of like the offers book answers the question, what do you sell? Right. So for that 19-year-old, he's like, what do I do? It's like, we got to figure out something to sell. Step 1. So you read the purple book, which is the first book, and it has to be so good that it has to be an offer so good that people feel, how to make an offer so good people feel stupid saying no. So it's like, how do you get the other guy in Tuscaloosa to give you his last dollar by making an amazing offer, right? And so I made that book, and it basically, like, how do you create value? Like, people talk about the word value. They're like, provide value. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? How does that 19-year-old know, like, what's value, right? And so it's like, okay, well, what are the elements of value? So it's like, you have speed, how quickly you can give someone something. You've got risk. How can you make sure that it's guaranteed in some way? And then how can you make it easy? Like, whatever it is. And then you have the dream outcome. So it's like, they have this dream outcome. How do you make it faster? How do you make it easier? And how do you make it risk-free? And so to the degree to which that you can do each of those, because it's not, is it easy or not easy? It's how easy is it, right? It's not a binary, it's a continuum. And so for each of those things, then basically in the book, it outlines like, here's how to make it faster for somebody. Here's how to provide, scarcity guarantees, all these elements that make an offer. And so that did well and continues to sell like lots and lots of books. And so I called it $100 million offers because the idea was like, what if I, at the end of this, my second book was, okay, now you have the thing to sell. Who do you sell it to? Which is, you got to go get leads. And so the blue book is all about advertising. Now, the blue book is like all the methods of advertising that are out there. So you've got paid ads, you've got content, you've got warm outreach, and you've got cold outreach. There's only 4 things anyone can do, let anybody else know about stuff. Now, once you do those 4 things, you can then reach out to other people who have audiences, affiliates. You can get your customers to do those 4 things on your behalf. You can get agencies to do that on your behalf, or you can get your own employees to do that. So that gives you more leverage. And so it's basically 4 things you do to influence 4 other people, and it's just a cycle of advertising. And so this book outlines that so that people are like, okay, I've got my thing. Here's how I advertise it. Great. But then the next question is like, all right, I got the thing. I'm letting people know about it. But how do I make money? And so then the third book was how to make money.
I need that. Can I have that one?
Yeah.
I do need to make 4.
That's the main one.
This is the record breaker. Right?
Yeah, I need. Oh, that one
And
specifically.
that's the record breaker. Yeah. And so the blue one, I used all 8 advertising methods to advertise the launch of the book.
Oh, and it was the third part of essentially a series culminating to what is probably the most important part of all of it, which is making money.
Right.
Whoa.
And so the second one, we broke records at the launch. We had 100 and something thousand people who were live with us at the launch when I launched the book. And I did this full stack just like the info guru would.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, credit card out, ready to buy this, whatever I was going to sell. And I gave it away for free. And so that came with a full course.
So did those free copies count towards that number?
No. So the first 2 books, no, I gave like the course away for free. They wanted to buy a hard copy. Yeah, they can buy a hard copy. So then the third book was monetization. So you have to, so it was like, okay, so first we had the offer, the thing to sell. Then we have the people to sell it to, you know how to advertise. And then you have to understand how to monetize. And so each one built on the third. And so this book used all 3 books. And I have like 15 monetization mechanisms that are inside the book of like how to do them. And I used 12 of them in the launch of the book to demonstrate all of the ideas in the book and culminate with a $100 million launch, which is what we did in 72 hours.
I feel kind of stupid.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
I feel pretty fucking dumb
We just lost all that money at the casino.
Well, you got Prime, so you're doing all right.